Good morning, students. Today we shall study our chapter 2nd of English language and literature. Our chapter 2nd, class 9th, is the sound of music. There are two parts of this. One is Evelyn Glennie, listen to sounds without hearing it. So we shall discuss this chapter today. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. God has taken listening, hearing capacity of Evelyn Glennie, but in return, God has given some extraordinary power to her so that she could utilize that extraordinary power for her benefit. And it is well said that when God takes something, He gives back double or quadruple. The similar happens in case of Evelyn Glennie as well. What we hear, she feels. We hear the sounds, but the sounds is felt by Evelyn Glennie far more deeply than any of us. We only just hear the sound, but Evelyn Glennie was a person who could feel the sound. That is why expresses music so beautifully, and that was why this was the reason that she expressed all in her music. Now we shall read the extract and try to explain this whole excerpt there. First paragraph is Rush hour crowd jostle for position on the underground train platform. There was heavy jostle of crowd at the underground railway platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years. The girl, Evelyn Glennie, was 17 years of age at that time, and she was very lean and thin, skinny girl. Was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of approaching train. The train was just about to come, and Evelyn Glennie was feeling excitement in her. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London. It was her first day. She had to go to Royal Academy of Music in London, and it was her first day to go there, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from Scottish farm. A girl who had just come from the Scottish farmland areas, Scottish agrarian societies she came from, and definitely it was daunting, means it was frightening, it was very difficult task for a young girl of 17 years who had just come from the rural society of Scotland. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. This was rather far more difficult for Evelyn Glennie because she was a deaf person, could not listen at all. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual, with a slow process. Slowly, by and by, Evelyn Glennie lost her hearing power. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. 8 years old Evelyn was trying to play piano when her mother noticed that something unusual is happening with the little girl. They called her name and she did not move. The name of Evelyn Glennie was called, but there was no impact on Evelyn Glennie. She could not hear it. I suddenly realized she didn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Her mother, Isabel Glennie, says that at that time she realized that that there is something that she just can't heard it at all. For quite while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. In the beginning, she was quite successful in concealing her crippledness, her handicap from teachers and friends. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her. But when she became of 11 years old, her marks, her performance in the examinations became very deteriorated. She couldn't do well in the examination. As a result, headmistress called on parents and requested the parents to take her to specialist schools where deaf children are taught. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage, and then it was found that her listening capacity was damaged gradually due to nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for deaf. And it was also advised that some hearing aid should be fitted on her and she should be sent to the deaf school rather than the normal schools. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Evelyn says that all of a sudden all these things, thunder struck the whole family. They became quite hopeless after listening all these things, that their daughter Evelyn Glennie could not hear at all. But Evelyn was not going to give up. Evelyn was a brave girl. She did not want to leave the things as such. She was determined to lead a normal life. She wanted to live a life like normal people and pursue her interest in music and wanted to start her career in music. One day she noticed a girl playing xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. When she saw that one of the girl was playing xylophone, Evelyn Glennie was also determined to play it. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Many of the teachers forbade her not to start her career in music, but one of the percussionists, Ron Forbes, spotted her potential. He realized that Evelyn Glennie had great potential, great capacity to perform in music. He began by tuning two large drums of different notes, and he started by tuning two large drums to different notes. And don't listen through your ears, he would say, try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Evelyn recalls that her teacher Ron Forbes said that don't try to listen through her ear, rather try to feel the sensation of the sound. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and lower one from the waist down. And then Evelyn Glennie realized that she started feeling the vibration of music, some from upper parts of the body and some her lower parts of the body. Forbes repeated the exercise. This exercise was repeated by her music teacher several times. And soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. And then she realized that through different parts of her body, she could feel the sensation of music. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibration. And then she tried to understand the whole music through her different parts of the body and started feeling the vibration. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. And after that, it was sheer hard work and determination that paved the way for Evelyn Glennie, and she started listening the sound of music. She never looked back from the point onwards, and then she started making steady progress in it and never looked back. She toured United Kingdom with youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. And all across the United States, United Kingdom, she made tours with youth orchestra, and apart from this, at the age of 16 years, she decided to make music her life. She auditioned for Royal Academy of Music and scored one of highest marks in history of Academy. Royal Academy of Music was one of the most renowned institutions, and she auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music, and in the history of that academy, Evelyn Glennie scored the highest marks. She gradually moved from orchestra work to solo performance. After that, she started giving solo performance as well. At the end of 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. Within the span of 3 years, Evelyn Glennie was successful in bagging the topmost awards in the music world. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint or heroic achievement. And for all this, she won't accept any heroic achievements. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. She simply says that if you keep on working hard and you know the right track, then if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. She gives the message that if you work hard continuously and you know that your hard work is on the right path, definitely you will reach to your destination sooner or later. And she got right on to top. After that, Evelyn Glennie reached to the top of her career, world most sought after multi-percussionist with mastery of some thousands instruments. She became a maestro of percussionists and had the ability or the mastery of some thousands instruments and hectic international schedule. After that, there was a very busy, hectic international schedule all across the world. Evelyn Glennie started performing, giving performance, became a part of the orchestra and several of the music concerts all across the globe, and became an celebrity of international fame. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. It was really very fascinating to see that Evelyn functions without making any effort. Effortlessly she heard the music. In her 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. With 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble. Those people who have a long beard, whose lips she can't see, gives her trouble, because she understands the lips, the way people makes the sound through lips. She understands it well, and those people who have beards, mustaches, gives her trouble. She laughs. It is not just watching the lips, it is whole face, especially the eyes. She says not only it's only the lips that gives her what is being said, but she also watches the whole face and the eyes that gives her message, what is being said. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. With Scottish accent, she speaks very clearly. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. Her speech was very clear. She says that her speech was very clear because at the age of 11 she could hear quite easily. There was no problem at all. She says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. And despite that, she became a learned French. She learned French very well and also mastered the Japanese language as well. She does not explain this. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. Music is expressed all through her body. She says, it tingles in skins, my cheekbones, and even my hair. It is causes my hair skin tickles because of music, and it is reflected through her cheekbones and her hair as well. When she plays xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up stick into her fingertips. And when she plays xylophone, she feels that the music is coming from the phones through the sticks to her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body, and then she can feel the resonance that starts flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. And on a wooden floor, she goes there without shoes, barefoot, and then she feels that vibrations are entering into her body through her legs and the upper parts of the body. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delighted her audience, and without any surprise, definitely Evelyn Glennie is a delight for her audience. In 1991, she was presented with Royal Philanthropic Society's prestigious Soloists of the Year award. In 1991, she was given one of the prestigious awards, the Soloists of the Year. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. Master percussionist James Blake says that God has taken her hearing power, but in return, God has given her extraordinary ability of feeling the music, sensing the music. What we hear, she feels. We hear through our ear, but she feels the vibration of sound far more deeply than any of us. We just hear only, but she feels, that is, the feeling is very deep indeed. That is why she expresses music so beautifully, and that is the reason that Evelyn Glennie expressed the music so beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Evelyn confesses she is something of a workaholic. She works very hard. She takes a lot of pain in working, and I have just got to work even harder than classical musicians. She works harder than the classical musicians, but rewards are enormous. But hard work always pays. She gets maximum rewards out of her hard work. Apart from regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. So apart from the regular concerts, she also became the party in the concerts in prisons and hospitals as well. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Apart from this, she gives high priorities to the classes of the young musicians. And Richlins of Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says, she is shining inspiration for deaf children. All those deaf children, Evelyn Glennie is an inspiration. She sees that there is nowhere that they cannot go, and she shows that they can also achieve success in their life. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has achieved everything Evelyn Glennie has reached to the top of the fame. She has earned a huge sum of money that a person that's a double of her age can't earn so much name, fame, wealth, and respect as well. She has brought percussions to the front of orchestra. Percussions she has brought to the level of orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. And yes, she has demonstrated that can be really moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. Evelyn Glennie is definitely an inspiration to those people who are crippled, handicapped. People who look to her and say, those people who look at her and says, if she can do it, I can. If Evelyn Glennie can do it, anybody can do it. And not at least she has given enormous pleasure to the millions. Apart from this, Evelyn Glennie has definitely given enormous pleasure to all the people all across the world. The life of Evelyn Glennie has shown that no handicap can come into the life of people. No physical impairment can stop a person from achieving success in life. Physical impairment is nothing. If a person is determined, if a person can work hard, if a person is resolute, he or she can earn anything, any success in his or her life. So this lesson of Evelyn Glennie teaches us that we should never stop working in our life and should overcome all kinds of physical impairment and crippledness. Our first question is, how old Evelyn when she went to the Royal Academy of Music? Evelyn Glennie was of 17 years old only when she had to go to the Royal Academy of Music in London. And she was very young, belongs to an agrarian family of Scotland, and she went to Royal Academy of London for her audition in music there. Next question is, when was her deafness first noticed? When was it confirmed? When Evelyn Glennie was 11 years old, her mother called her name, but she did not respond. It was evident that she did not listen it at all. And then it was realized that something is going wrong with the young girl, because she is unable to understand it properly. And when it was confirmed, when she was taken to, her mother was called by the headmistress when her performance in the examination deteriorated. So after several consultations with the doctors, it was quite confirmed that Evelyn Glennie has lost her hearing power due to nerves damage. Our next question is, who helped her to continue with music? What did she do? What did he do and say? Ron Forbes, one of the maestro percussionists and her music teacher, helped her greatly. He said that don't try to listen to music, rather try to feel the music. And these words of Ron Forbes played a very important part in the life of Evelyn Glennie. Our next question is, name the various places and causes for which Evelyn performed. Evelyn became a part of the orchestra all across the globe. She became a very famous musician of the world and started participating in several music concerts. Apart from this, Evelyn Glennie also performed for prison. She also performed for hospitals. Evelyn Glennie was particularly interested in providing coaching to the young musicians. Our next question is, how does Evelyn hear music? Evelyn hear music, or rather feel the music. She used to feel the resonance of music through her body parts. From the upper part of the body, she used to feel the vibration, and from lower part of the body, she also feel the vibration. On the wooden floor, she used to go barefoot so as to feel the vibration of music. This lesson teaches us that Evelyn Glennie's life, that we should never curse ourselves in case of physical impairment. Physical impairment and crippledness cannot stop from achieving our goal in life.